Welcome to the series of e-learning modules on median and mode. In this module, we are going to cover the definition, calculation of median and mode for the various statistical series, its application, merits and limitations. By the end of this session, you will be able to explain the concept of median and mode, calculate the median and mode for statistical series, discuss the application of median and mode, list the merits and limitations of median and mode. Large humps of statistical figures generally create confusion in mind and make it difficult to grasp out any useful information. It as such becomes essential to present the collected data in some condensed form so as to make them understandable, comparable, and worthy of scientific treatment. For this purpose, a central value which represents the whole mass of data is worked out. This value is called the central tendency or central value or average. The various measures of central tendency may be grouped in the following manner. Averages are broadly classified into three types: mathematical, positional, and commercial, which is further bifurcated into arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, positional into median and mode, and commercial into moving, progressive, and composite averages. In this module, we will focus on the positional averages, as we have already discussed the mathematical average in our previous module of e-learning. A positional average is an average which determines the position or place of central value or variable in the series. A positional average is an average which determines the position or place of central value or variable in the series. Positional averages have nothing to do with the sum of the values of the variables like the mathematical averages, but are concerned about the position they hold. The extreme items of the data set do not affect them. Median and mode are the two positional averages we will discuss in this module. Median is a positional average which is widely used in statistical analysis. It refers to the middle value of a distribution when the series are arranged in ascending or descending order. In other words, median is a value which divides the series into two equal parts. Median is always determined by arranging the series in the ascending or descending order. According to Socrates, median is divided as median of series is the value of the item, actual or estimated, when series is arranged in order of magnitude, which divides the distribution into two parts. It is denoted with the alphabet M. Like the other measures of central tendency, we also calculate the positional average, median of a statistical distribution for all the statistical series, that is, the individual series, discrete frequency distribution, and continuous frequency distribution. Let us now discuss the calculation of median for individual series. An individual series is a set of raw data. In this series, the following steps are to be followed to find the median. Arrange the data in a series in ascending or descending order. There are two types of series: odd series and even series. In odd series, that is, if the data set has value numbering to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, then we add 1 to the total number and get a value that is divisible by 2. In this case, the median will actually lie in the series. median is equal to size of n plus 1 divided by tooth item in even series, that is, of the data has value numbering to 2, 4, 6, 8. We add 1 to the total number and get a value which is not exactly divisible by 2. Hence, we need to go in detail to find the median value, and this value will not actually fall in the series. Median is equal to size of n plus 1 divided by tooth item, and then the average of the middle two values is taken for identifying the median. Let us take an example each for an odd series and even series to find out how we calculate the median. Let us first consider the odd series. Calculate the value of median for the following figures: 101, 85, 145, 75, 175, 42, 210, 300 and 250. First, we arrange the data in ascending order. Then, as the number of data in this equal to 9, we have an odd series, so we use the following formula: median is equal to the size of number of data n plus 1 divided by 2. When substituted, we get median is equal to size of 9 plus 1 divided by tooth item is equal to 10 divided by 2 is equal to fifth item in the data, which is equal to 145 in the data arranged in the order of magnitude. Now let us first consider the even series. Calculate the value of the median for the following figures: 360, 220, 280, 320, 260, 200, 180 and 400. First, we arrange the data in ascending order. Then, as the number of data in this equal to 8, we have an even series, so we use the following formula: median is equal to the size of number of data n plus 1 divided by 2. Median is equal to size of n plus 1 divided by tooth item. When substituted, we get median is equal to size of 8 plus 1 divided by tooth item is equal to 9 divided by 2 is equal to 4. Fifth item in the data, that is the average of the fourth item and the fifth item, which is equal to 260 plus 280 divided by 2 is equal to 540 divided by 2 is equal to 270, which is not visible in the data arranged in the order of magnitude. Let us now calculate the median for a discrete frequency distribution. A discrete frequency distribution is a set of raw data grouped according to the variable and its frequency. Here also we use the same formula for calculating the median. Median is equal to size of n plus 1 divided by tooth item. Here we use the total of the frequency for n. The following steps are used to calculate the median in a discrete series. Arrange the data in ascending or in descending order. Calculate the cumulative frequencies. Find the value of the middle item by applying the formula. Find the total in the cumulative frequency column, which is either equal to or next higher than the value. Locate the value of the variable corresponding to the cumulative frequency, which is the median of the data. This can be made clear with the help of the following example. Calculate the median for the following data. The data here is already arranged in ascending order. The next step is to calculate the cumulative frequency, that is the frequency of the first variable in the data is taken as it is. Then, for the second variable, we add the frequency of that variable with the preceding value. We continue this method until we get all the values of the cumulative frequencies. In this data, we have taken the first CF as 2, The second CF is 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. The third value is 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9. And so on, we get 15, 25, 30 and 32. Now let us apply the formula for this data. Median is equal to size of n plus 1 divided by tooth item. Here, n is equal to the total of the frequency, which is 32, so we get median is equal to size of 32 plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 33 divided by tooth item is equal to 16.5th item. Here, the cumulative frequency that is equal to or greater than 16.5 is the cumulative frequency 25 and the corresponding variable is 125. Hence, the median of the given data is equal to 125. Now, let us calculate the median of continuous frequency distribution. The following steps are used to calculate the median in a continuous series. Arrange the data in the ascending order. Calculate the cumulative frequency. Apply the formula. Median is equal to size of n divided by tooth item. Identify the class interval by examining the cumulative frequency column. Once the class interval is determined, apply the formula. Median is equal to L1 plus n by 2 minus Cf whole divided by f into C, where L1 is equal to lower limit of the median class, Cf is equal to cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class, f is equal to simple frequency of the median class, C is equal to magnitude of the median class. Note, when we use the upper limit L2 of the class interval, we need to use minus instead of plus in the formulae. Let us take an example to calculate the median for a continuous frequency distribution. Compute the median from the following series. Arrange the data in ascending order. In this case, the data is already arranged in ascending order. Next, we calculate the cumulative frequency, that the cumulative frequency of the first class interval is as same as its frequency, that is 44. The second class interval, we add the frequency of the previous class interval to the frequency of this class interval, that is 44 plus 60, which is equal to 104 and so on as shown in the table. Now, we calculate the median class using the formula size of n divided by tooth item, which is equal to 192 divided by 2, which is equal to 96th item. Here, the cumulative frequency that is equal to or greater than 96th item is the cumulative frequency 104 and the corresponding class interval is 5 to 10. Hence, the median class for the given data is equal to 5 to 10. The next step, we will interpolate the median value from the class interval 5 to 10 using the formula median is equal to L1 plus n by 2 minus Cf whole divided by f into C, wherein the values are L1 is the lower limit of the class interval is equal to 5. N divided by 2 is the size of the item, 96th item. Cf is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class, which is equal to 44. F is the frequency of the median class, which is equal to 60, and C width of the class interval is equal to 5. When these values are substituted and calculated, we get the median as 9.333. Important points to be noted while solving the median problems are: if the given data is in the inclusive series form, it should be converted into inclusive series. If class intervals are unequal, then it need not be converted into equal form. If the given data is open-ended class interval, then it need not be converted into close-ended class interval except for the median class. If cumulative frequencies are given, then convert it into simple frequencies. The partition values are those values which divides the data into various parts. A few of them are mentioned below. The median as a positional average divides the data into two equal parts. Similarly, there are other positional averages that divides the data: 4 called as quartiles, 5 called as quintiles, 6 called as hectiles, 8 called as octiles, 10 called as deciles, and 100 called as percentiles. These measurements depend on the median, and the procedure for calculating these positional averages is also same as that of the median. Mode is also a positional average, which represents the most frequently occurring item of the series. It means it represents the item that is repeated maximum number of items in the series. The word is derived from the French word la mode, which means fashion or the most popular phenomenon. The extreme items do not affect mode. It is easy to calculate and it helps in determining the popularity of a commodity. It is denoted by the alphabet Z. In the words of Croxton and Cordon, the mode of a distribution is the value point around which items and tends to be most heavily concentrated. It may be regarded as the most typical of a series of values. The various types of modes are unimodal, bimodal, multimodal, and no mode. Unimodal, when a single value occurs more frequently than any other value, the distribution is called unimodal. Bimodal, when there are two different values having equal and maximum frequencies associated with them, then the distribution is called as bimodal. Multimodal, when there are more than two values having equal and maximum frequencies associated with them, then the distribution is called multimodal. No mode, if all the values of the series are unique, then there is no mode to determine. We call this as no mode or indeterminate mode. The different methods to calculate mode are observation method, grouping and analysis method, interpretation, graphic method, empirical relation method. Observation method is a method in which we will inspect the data set to identify the values that are repeating the maximum number of times, and then that value will be the mode for the data set. This method is popular while calculating the mode for individual series. Grouping and analysis method is a method in which we use a grouping and analysis table to calculate the mode. This method is generally applied when the difference between the frequency preceding or succeeding the highest value is very small and the items are heavily concentrated on either side. This method is used both in discrete frequency distribution and continuous frequency series. The grouping table consists of 7 columns. They are: column 1, we take the variables of the given data. Column 2, we take the original frequencies and encircle the maximum value. Column 3, frequencies are added in 2 and the highest value is encircled. Column 4, leaving the first frequency, the remaining is added in 2 and the highest value is encircled. Column 5, frequencies are added in 3 and the highest value is encircled. Column 6, leaving the first frequency, the remaining is added in 3 and the highest value is encircled. Column 7, leaving the first two values and the remaining in 3s and encircle the highest value. This finishes the preparing of the grouping table. Now Now we prepare the analysis table. In an analysis table, we take the variables horizontal and the column values vertically, and each column highest value is taken and crossed against the variables. Then, the total of each variable is taken. The variable with the highest total is called the mode. In interpolation method, the mode is interpreted using a formula. Z is equal to the lower limit L1 of the mode class plus the frequency of the model class F1 minus the frequency of the preceding class F0 divided by twice the frequency of the model class 2 F1 minus the frequency of the preceding class F0 minus the frequency of the succeeding class F2, the whole thing multiplied by the width or magnitude of the class interval C. Depending on the size of the class interval, the model class will change. It is affected by the frequencies of the neighboring classes. This method is used to calculate the mode in the continuous frequency distribution. Graphical method is also called as curve fitting method. In this method, we use a histogram of the given data and draw two lines diagonally inside the model class starting from each upper corner of the adjacent rectangles, and then draw a perpendicular line from the intersection of the diagonal lines to the x-axis, which indicates the value of the mode. This method is used to calculate the mode when the class intervals are unequal. A famous statistician, Carl Person, gives empirical relation method. It establishes a relationship between the three measures of central tendency, that is mean, x bar, median m, and mode z. The relationship is stated as follows. Mode is equal to thrice the median minus twice the mean. This formula is used to compute the third value when we know any two values of a given set of data. This formula is also used when the data has a bimodal. Let us discuss the calculation of mode for individual series. An individual series is a set of raw data. In this series, we use the inspection method to calculate the mode. Let us take an example to understand the calculation. Calculate the mode for the following data: 10, 27, 24, 12, 27, 27, 20, 18, 15, 30. As this is an individual series, we use the inspection method. When the data is observed, we find that the value 27 repeats a maximum number of times. That is, it is repeated for 3 times in the data, and so 27 is the mode for this data. Let us discuss the calculation of mode for discrete series. A discrete frequency distribution is a set of raw data grouped according to the variable and its frequency. Here, we can use both the inspection method and the grouping and analysis table for calculation of the table. The whole procedure can be made clear with the help of an example. Calculate the mode for the following data. In this example, we use the inspection method as there is a gradual rise or fall in the frequencies, and the highest frequency and the adjacent frequencies are not too close. Thus, the variable 12 with the highest frequency 15 is the mode for the given data. From the following data of the ages of different persons, determine the model. In this data, we can see that the adjacent frequencies are close to each other, and hence we will use the grouping and analysis table for calculating the mode. First, let us prepare the grouping table. In this table, we have taken the variable age as 15, 20 in the first column. In the second column is the original frequencies 2, 3, 4, 10, and the highest values 12 is encircled. The third column, we add the frequencies in 2. that is 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, 10 plus 4 is equal to 15, and so on, and encircle the highest value 23. In column 4, we leave the first item, that is 2, and then add the frequencies in 2, that is 3 plus 4 is equal to 7, 10 plus 11 is equal to 21, and so on, and the highest value 21 is encircled. In column 5, we add the frequencies in 3s. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9, 10 plus 11 plus 12 is equal to 3, and so on, and the highest value 33 is encircled. In column 6, we leave the first item 2, add the frequencies in 3, that is 3 plus 4 plus 10 is equal to 17, and so on, and encircle the value 26. In the last column, we leave away the first 2 items, add the remaining frequencies in 3, that is 4 plus 10 plus 11 is equal to 25, and encircle the highest value 25. Thus, the grouping table is done. Next, we will prepare the analysis table. Here, we have to take the age variable horizontal and the column values vertically. In the first row, we will take the highest value of the first column and mark a cross against the corresponding variable 40. In the second row, let us take the value of the second column 23, which is corresponding to the variable 35 and 40, and put a cross against these variables. Similarly, we do for all the values of column 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then take the total. We see that the total of variable 35 is high, and hence it is the model age. When we compare mode in inspection and grouping analysis method, we will see that the mode through inspection is 40 and through grouping is 35. The position of the mode shifts with weightage of the preceding and succeeding items. Now, let us discuss the calculation of mode for continuous frequency distribution. In a continuous series, we cannot locate the mode directly as the mode lies in class interval. Hence, with the help of a formula, we interpolate the mode with the assumption that the value in each class interval are equally distributed. Let us take an example to understand the interpolation calculation of mode in continuous frequency distribution. Calculate the mode for the following data. The solution is that by inspection, we can identify the model class as 10 to 20, as that is the class with the highest frequency. Now let us apply the formulae for the interpolation of the mode. Let us substitute the value in the equation. L1 is equal to 10, F1 is equal to 520, F0 is equal to 278, F2 is equal to 464, and C is equal to 10. Z is equal to 10 plus 520 minus 278 divided by 2 multiplied by 520 minus 278 minus 464 multiplied by 10. Z is equal to 10 plus 2420 divided by 298 is equal to 10 plus 8.12 is equal to 18.12. Thus, the model value is 18.12. Let us take an example to understand how we use the graphical method in calculating the mode. Determine the mode by constructing a histogram for the following data. By inspection, the model class is 9 to 17. We take the 3 rectangles, that is the rectangle corresponding to the model class, pre-model class and post-model class. Draw 2 lines diagonally inside the model class starting from each upper corner of the adjacent rectangles, and then draw a perpendicular line from the intersection of the diagonal line to the x-axis, which indicates the value of the mode. In this case, it is 14.7. To discuss the empirical relation method, let us take an example and understand the calculation of mode through this method. For a given set of data, the mean value is 150 and the median is 163. Find the mode of the data. Mean is equal to 150, median is equal to 163. To find the mode, we can use the following formula. Mode is equal to thrice the median minus twice the mean, which is equal to 3 multiplied by 163 minus 2 multiplied by 150, which is equal to 489 minus 300, which is equal to 189. This relationship explains that the data is asymmetrical and is positively skewed because the mean is less than the median and the median is less than the mode. The following are the important points to be considered while solving the problems of mode. If the data is given in inclusive form, we should convert it to exclusive form. If the data is given in unequal class interval, converting it into equal class interval is compulsory. If cumulative frequency is given, then convert it into simple frequencies. If the given data is in open-ended class interval, then it is not necessary to convert the data into close-ended except for the model class. Following are the important points to be noted while solving the mode problems. If the given data is having frequencies very near to the maximum frequency, then it is compulsory to prepare the grouping analysis table for getting accurate results. If first class of the given data is the model class, then take the frequency of the preceding class as 0. Let us list the merits and demerits of mode. The main merits of mode are: mode is simple to calculate. It is commonly understood and implemented by people in day-to-day life. It is the most common item of the series. It is not affected by the values of extreme items. It can be determined in open-ended class without knowing the limits. It is used to describe the qualitative phenomena. The main demerits of mode are: mode cannot be determined always. It could be binomial, multimodal, etc. It is not capable of further algebraic treatment. It is not based on each and every item of the data. It is not rigidly defined because there are different methods to calculate and each of the method does not render the same results. It does not possess any essentials of a good average. It is affected by the fluctuations of the sampling. Many times it is ill-defined, indefinite, and indeterminate. Summary. Here is a summary of our learning in this session, where we have understood the concept of median and mode, calculation of median and mode for statistical series, application of median and mode, merits and limitations of median and mode.